Tuning in to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows. Interviewing celebrities and showrunners. And bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
We did the
See
same
nothing wrong.
Yes.
With a
Stand
little
with a yellow
butterfly.
Hey, duck lip.
What's up? Yeah.
Hey, AfterBuzz fans, welcome to another episode
Now I'm hating.
for AB. Wow! You guys need to see Megan right now.
She's Asian, you guys. So please pardon her.
She was doing the worm in her chair. I don't know what's going on.
That was awesome.
That wasn't sexy? It wasn't sexy enough?
I couldn't
Oh,
take
well,
that.
my bad.
It's whatever makes you feel happy. It really
Hey,
is.
AfterBuzzers! Welcome to another episode of ABC's Blackish. We're here for season 1, episode 14. Andre from Marseille. I'm your host, Courtney Tezeno, and you guys can keep in touch with me at Teznos. Before I introduce my lovely co-host this week, be sure to head over to YouTube if you're not already watching. Subscribe to AfterBuzz TV. Give us 5 stars for Blackish. Steven is still dancing to our song, so leave us all your comments because we love reading what you have to say. Let's keep the conversation going, and be sure to use the hashtag ABTVBlackish. Now, to introduce my lovely co-host, we're going to start with the lady to my right.
What's up? My name. What's my name? I'm sorry. I'm so distracted by Steven.
Oh my gosh.
What's up, you guys? I'm Stacy Ike, and for those who didn't think I'm Nigerian, it's Stacy Ike or whatever y'all think.
And where can we find you, Stacey?
You guys can tweet me during the show at One Take Stage.
Oh my gosh, and you can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at MegScope. Make sure you hit me up because I want to know what you think about this episode.
Hello everybody, Shaprintace Lynn. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's.
Yeah.
So obviously, you guys see we started with a little bump and grind.
Yeah.
This one. Last week we had our
Right.
special sex. So I don't know what's going on with them, but yeah, we're enjoying these episodes. So we see that we see that there's a bond going on between Dre and Zoe this episode. She has her first little boyfriend.
Yes, finally, the episode we wanted it to happen actually happened. So
Right.
I'm very excited to see it.
Very happy to see it. What about you, Megan?
You know what? We've been saying for how many episodes now that we really wanted to see Zoe dating. And so I'm so happy that we finally get to see her. And we get to see what it's like for her to date and go on a date and meet a
being
boy.
Andre's daughter during that process.
Right.
Right. Oh my goodness. And what did you think about it, Shaprintace?
I was excited for her. You know, she got her little swirl on. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind with a swirl. But yeah, it was interesting seeing how Andre was
Reacted.
going to handle it.
Yeah.
I think he handled it well. He wasn't as hard as some parents can be. I mean, he didn't pull out a shotgun.
Oh, gosh.
He didn't, do any serious threats. So I think that was good for Dre.
I think it was really funny to see him just like be the, I don't want to say typical dad, but kind of like that's what a typical dad does. They can't stand anybody you bring home, even if you think that they're perfect or they're exactly like them.
No one's good enough.
No one's good enough, which is kind of good and terrible at the same time.
But it was good to see like kind of what he's thinking in his head while it's happening. Like, oh, he's gonna put on this front. Like,
Right.
he's not good enough. I'm gonna try to put on my angry face. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of feeling one of these guys.
Yeah.
So we see at the beginning that the swirl is a French guy, and the first thing he says, I don't even remember the quote, but I just know sex was what popped in his head with this French guy. It wasn't.
Right.
It wasn't just the fact that he was white, but the fact that he could French kiss.
Right.
So
French fries. What all do they say?
Menage a trois.
French toast.
French toast, French fries.
Menage a trois.
Yes.
So
French
I just
kiss.
like saying it anyway. I'm like menage
Is
a
that
trois.
true though? Are French people more sexy than like white regular like American white people? I was about to say regular white
even
people.
know.
American
I
white
don't know if I
people.
know
Well, my
anyone
last
French.
name's Lemieux, so you decide.
He trying to play, y'all.
Our
Y'all don't
producer,
even play. He got a
Sarah.
girlfriend, y'all. He got a girlfriend.
Hella faithful.
Steven over there French kissing with your French name.
Nasty.
Oh my gosh.
And I think Europeans probably are more sensual. I've heard that. I have heard that.
Yeah,
I have heard
think
that
they're
too.
just more like free and just
whereas
we can be Americans in general can be more conservative,
Embarrassed,
behind closed
a little
doors.
more, yeah.
Because don't they have those little parlors in Amsterdam where
You mean a hoe shop?
the whole shop.
Yeah.
I haven't heard of the whole shop.
You haven't
But I
heard of the
know-
whole shop?
I haven't heard of the whole shop, but I know that we have a certain amount of distance we keep that some cultures do not.
No,
I mean,
I agree with that.
head over to, I mean, even Tokyo, like there's you on each other.
That explains. I got so pissed off the other day.
Y'all,
I was
let's
in
Stop.
Stop. Y'all ain't gonna talk about no Asian people in front of me.
We're not talking
Yeah,
about
talking
Asian
about no
people.
Asian
My sister-in-law is Japanese, honey. I feel like I got a little card for it.
That makes sense because they don't get the bubble. Because in
it's
the grocery
culture.
store, they're like this, and I'm like, don't
You're not
look
gonna
at
talk about no Asian people in front of
We're
me.
not talking about Asian people.
are.
Look, French people also have. Americans are one of the few people that do not. We like distance. Everyone else is okay with being a little close. So not
right.
just
Touchy-feely,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's
so
everybody.
You guys are just kind of
Yes.
intimate. We want like
Nigerians are
30
drug
feet.
too.
We want
Yes.
little, yeah,
Right.
until you
Yes.
get to know us. So I think it's a cultural thing that we're seeing. Is
Yeah,
the
I
difference.
agree with that for sure.
But one thing that was not different was the fact that this little French boy moved on very quickly.
What high school did they go to? I was like, what is going on?
happen to you guys in
It didn't happen to me personally. I watched it as I laughed and walked to my class. Like I was
I've
like,
seen it
that
happen all
sucks.
the time.
I guess you're right. I should. I
That's
wasn't
high
laughing.
school.
Yeah, you're right. But that's the next day.
So?
Megan,
No, I'm saying
That's
this is in high
inappropriate.
school. How many times is somebody so in love with somebody then the next day they hated them and the day after they in love with somebody else? That's
It's
high
just interesting
school.
because when you're in high school, you really think it's like life changing, and I
Right,
still
right.
think I
It's
see high school
your
students
first
now,
time.
and they still think it's life changing. Like you hear the story, and you're like, wow, that is so relevant for the next 5 years of your life. But you know.
That's high school. What you expect?
I mean, people expect a lot. That high school sweetheart thing is like
Very
serious for some
serious,
people.
yeah.
So I mean, I think Zoe was going in thinking that it could have worked. But did you guys really think he was a good match for her? Like just off the back, their chemistry.
Yeah, their chemistry was a little awkward. It was a little.
But I
off.
thought it was because he was French. He's like, sometimes
just
it's
that
when you're
more than-
foreign, it's
yeah.
a little different.
Yeah,
But he was right though. For him to be, wanting to do all this community service, helping out the kid, the orphans and
Right.
stuff. And of course, I mean, when they were talking about, well, why would he break up with Zoe? I was like, well, unless he's a cheater, like probably because she's shallow. I really, thought that. I thought that. Yeah.
Oh no, that's
Zoe
bad.
is very shallow.
She is shallow,
And
but I
she's
didn't
really
really
into
think
herself.
that was I was thinking it'd be something that we could really dive into a lot. But nope, you're just shallow. It's like, wow, that's okay.
And he moved on with Becky.
Yeah.
But Keisha.
These names.
That's all
Keisha
right.
hugging up on Jack. That's
Yes.
so cute. He's adorable, by the way.
That was really
But
funny.
I mean, I know we see later on that there's a new guy, Derek, and I know he's at the end of the episode. But what did you think of the change
I
from
loved
Derek
it.
and from Andre?
I mean, I thought it was a better fit, which I feel.
But was
bad.
it because he was black?
It really wasn't. It was just because
Okay.
he, it was like the swag that he came with, like the
He's like her dad.
Yeah, well, before I noticed that, because remember I was like, "What's going on?" Then I was like, "Oh crap, he literally is like her dad." So before I realized that, it was the swag the way he walked in the room, the way she, just talked to him, the way he was sitting at the kitchen table, like it was
That's
cool.
what Dre has.
He does, but
So
I
like
feel
the swag that he walked in, and then of course the same taste in clothing.
yeah.
and the advertising
Yeah.
being like the
way
big
he
art form.
talks, just that was cool. I was like, this
I don't
works.
see nothing wrong.
Right, and then they had their moment. I was like, wow, this is really funny.
Right.
I mean, I think it's really good for a guy to have some similarities with your dad. I mean, what else are they gonna talk about? You like that's kind of your dad. Your dad doesn't want to
is
talk about you.
horrible.
I mean, yeah,
I do not sit around and talk about me. That's so.
but I mean,
awkward.
what else are they gonna talk
Hate
about?
that.
So it's really good they had some common interests.
That's
Right.
true. Or every common interest, whatever.
Yeah.
They should be dating each other.
But have you guys, or does anyone know someone that's experienced like a parent getting too close for comfort to that significant other, and then you're not even feeling them that much, like they get way too close?
No, that's why not me. That's why
No,
I
it
don't,
didn't
I don't
happen to
like
me,
bringing
but a
anybody into. You don't get to meet the parents. You don't get to meet the Thomases until you in there for like a year.
Wait,
A year?
You don't
even
even
early
get to
dating.
that.
Let's go
That's
back
too
to early
long.
dating.
No,
Oh.
I don't care. Unless I know we moving towards marriage, honey, you will never meet them.
I completely agree, but I had to. I made a few mistakes. Introducing people early.
as we all do.
Right.
Yes, you didn't have anyone, Megan, early.
Well, I mean, I've had a couple of guys that I allow them to meet my parents, but I feel like, look, you ain't gonna break their hearts, okay? It's one thing to like, if we don't work out, I know how to move on, but you're not gonna do that to Deacon and Sister Thomas, okay?
Wow,
you ain't gonna do that to my people now.
I feel like I can't go the whole year not knowing if they like him or not like him.
Well, I feel like you would
Like,
know
it's a huge...
if you really have that kind of chemistry with somebody and you know they're good for you, and you like it's not on some, well, I'm just so in love, but you really see how they make you a better person,
right?
Then your parents aren't gonna be mad about that. Like, and so I know my parents well enough to know if there's somebody that's really doing that for me in my life, that's fine.
Yeah, they won't. I don't think they'll be upset, but I know for me, I'll be like, wow, like, what are your parents like? And then, don't you want to know what my parents are like? Like, I don't know. I think
I'd be like, yeah, you can know what they're like. I'll tell you.
Exactly. Before you meet them, I completely agree.
Funny.
Don't break my parents' hearts.
Right.
Diane, well, you know, it's happened before, and it's not pretty. It's
personal
not pretty.
experience.
Yeah. But I mean, we see that. I think there may be some growth in that relationship. I'm hoping. I just hope Dre doesn't overstep his boundary as we see he did.
Is it just? Do I think it's gonna? I don't even know if it's gonna last past. Yeah, an episode. I just feel like it was.
I know it's high school, but you don't think that
everybody has a boy. Most people have a different boyfriend every week.
In high school?
In high school,
did you
most
go to?
people? Yes,
Oh, no.
they have a different boyfriend, or maybe a different semester. This semester we have a boyfriend.
High school was 5 year ago. I was not running around with a boyfriend every year.
I wasn't either. But I'm saying is you see how easily people flip. Like, it's so like, I'm so in love with this person, we're gonna spend the rest of our lives together, and then next year it's the same thing about somebody else.
Yeah.
You're like, okay.
Really?
Gosh.
Yeah. I mean, I saw both at my at my high school, but I saw a lot more people who like had longevity, and then that 4 years was done, they left, and it was I don't even know.
See, that wasn't the majority of people I knew. There was those couples that had been together since like 8th grade, and then like we're in high school, they're still together. But that wasn't weird. Most people though. I don't think that was most people.
So we don't think that Derek is gonna last at least a couple more episodes.
I mean, I hope he does. He was definitely a fun asset, but they're not about it.
I don't think they're gonna bring him back up.
I honestly don't. I feel like it was just a fun episode, and we got what we needed. And Kenya, thank you so much. She heard us, and
it's not much of a prediction, but I really feel like Dre is gonna bring him up again. Like, where's that nice guy?
Right.
I like him.
Dre's too into himself. He's not gonna have time to bring.
Right.
Okay. Well, let's get into Bo's issues.
Well, hold on. Before that, I do want to say this. I found it really, really sad that when Dre finally told Zoe why Andre broke up with her, which was because she was shallow, she was like, oh, I thought it was because I was ugly. Like, that to me was really, really sad. And the fact that he didn't acknowledge the fact that his daughter was really shallow, I was like, wait, there's a problem here.
Is that because he's mimicking?
Because he's like, she's like,
that's mimicking a problem.
It is.
And so I feel like there's a bigger lesson here that they probably should have explored more in this episode and said, oh, well, the fact that
shouldn't be shallow.
Yeah, I feel like he should have been surprised. Like, wow, you're not hurt. Like, you're not hurt that this man called you shallow? No, I'm pretty. And then he should have just been like, well, okay, there's more to life than that, kid, Yeah.
That would have been definitely a good time. Yeah. Before the Bray Brands, yeah.
But I definitely think that that's Dre's way. Like, that's just his way. Him and Zoe have that relationship. I don't think he's going to egg on like, oh, well, did you think about how you're shallow and how you need to be better for the next guy? He's basically trying to keep her single till she's 30. So, I mean,
but that's not going to help.
That lesson.
And Dre is shallow.
I'm like,
he is.
Well, that's the thing. But we said this last week too. There was another lesson that I think it was with Junior or something, maybe with a dad relationship, and we kind of see it again when he treats it, the negative, positive, and when he's happy and sad. It's a lot. There are definitely a lot of hidden things. You're like, okay, teach the kid there.
Right.
And I'm not sure if it's because it's 30 minutes and we don't have time, but
no, that's what it is.
But well, okay.
You can't do too much.
Dre. Yeah. It's like centralized based off of Dre. Like, everything. We don't get enough time with the kids to teach them a lesson because we so focused on what's going on with him.
But if I tell my brother or sister who are younger than 20, okay, my brother's 21, my sister's 18. So if I tell them go watch this episode and I don't feel like, you know what I mean? They should have learned. Right. That's 2 great lessons right there for a guy and a girl. I need you to never be like this, and I need you to never don't put or whatever. So I like Megan's point a lot because I'm like, dang, now I'm kind of sad. Like, I kind of forget that they don't.
I was just like, you just gonna let her be shallow?
Yeah, it was funny during the time.
Maybe that's Bo's job to like bring her back down to earth. Like, okay, you don't need to be running through these boys. There's a reason this first one said that you were shallow. Let's work on this part of you before you continue to date, and we have the same issue.
But even going off that, I wrote down that her mom didn't react the way that I expected. Like, oh, they broke up? Dang, I really hope they stay together. Like, it wasn't the same thing. I feel like my mom, well, I guess it depends, but some moms are very like, oh my gosh, let's talk through this. I'll eat the ice cream with you, that kind of thing. But Andre was more of the like, let's find out. Yeah, and they have
that
a lot
would be more like your dad.
It would, like my personal situation.
But you know what? I think that's just how it is.
That
like
really
for their family, like Zoe's the daddy's girl, and then you have
Right.
Junior, who's like the mama's boy. So Bo would have probably done that with Junior.
That's
And then
interesting.
you see what I mean?
That's
That just seems to
interesting.
be
Yeah,
their
yeah.
dynamic.
Yeah, that works. That works.
One thing that was interesting this episode, I feel like Junior the entire time was just like itching to have Dre's acceptance.
I loved it. It was so funny.
And I thought, as a girl, I don't think that we do that with our fathers, but do women do that with their mothers? There's like a certain level of like, you want to impress your mom, you want to get like their approval for things, because I saw that a lot with him.
Right. I think that's, and in some families where, I think for men especially, you want it to, your dad is supposed to be the strong guy that you try to become. So
Right.
he's your example. So I think that most men, if not even some women sometimes feel that way about their moms, but I think men in general feel like, okay, I got to make sure my dad is proud about this. But I don't like, that's something about their dynamic that makes me a little uncomfortable
Yeah.
is I just feel like you're, like he thinks he's not
Good enough.
Junior's not good enough.
Yeah.
He feels like he's not good enough, and I'm like, okay, I see you're trying to be funny here, writers, but at the same time, that's a low blow to
A man's
to
But
his
to
ego.
be, but to be honest, that's real life. A lot of guys deal with that. If they kind of act a little bit more like their mothers, or they're more of a mama's boy, then their dads kind of do treat them a little less than. Because we see that Dre, obviously, his favorite is Zoe. And
Right.
that's a person that he kind of sees himself in. So I think parents, it's not even about gender anymore. It's about who they kind of see themselves in.
Right.
When the
I could
kids.
definitely.
I think they're playing up the whole, as what you were saying, the whole middle child. Because if you look at it,
Right.
Junior is the middle child.
Yeah,
The
it's like with
twins
the
are
twins,
the
yeah.
youngest.
Right.
So they're playing up that whole middle child syndrome thing, and that's what he's going through. Like, ooh, mommy, give me attention. Ooh, daddy, give me attention. Somebody give me attention.
yes.
Because even his
I can
little
get with
sisters are
that.
picking on him. Like,
See, that's the thing. Like everyone, no, but I think it's probably more reality. Even so, you mix syndrome, the middle child syndrome, with the fact that he is a male and the oldest male and the first whatever, and now you get Junior, you get his character. Now it makes a lot more sense. And even though it's sad, I'm like, wow. Like I think of my sister who is the middle child and just how she don't care at this. She does not care. But I'm sure there was a time she was like. And everyone was like,
not able to give that
you
attention.
just not. I don't know. I mean, she, like I said, she just.
My sister's the same way.
She just
when you
really,
go into yourself, it doesn't
she
even
figured it
matter.
out. She was like, and she's the bomb.com. But I just think now I'm seeing a lot of that. You bring in all these topics. I'm like, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. That's crazy.
Right.
All right, well.
I was like, yeah.
No, really, I was gonna go in on my middle child stuff, but I don't think I experienced that much. I'm kind of a weird middle child.
Oh, you're a middle child?
I'm in a blended family, so it's like I'm the oldest and I am the middle child, but then I pretty much act like the oldest, so I don't think I fit that one. But anyway, it's not about me. Bo, this episode is really going through some
Hilarious.
stuff.
Yes.
Oh my
Damn.
gosh, for her to find her first gray hair down low.
She didn't even find it. Her husband
Oh, yes.
found it.
I know.
That's probably
That's
what made
love.
it worse.
I died laughing the
That's
way he treated. He said her Frederick Douglass.
He did. I remember that too.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. I wasn't expecting that because normally it is like, oh, honey, you got your first gray hair like on the hairline, but down low that happens like that. Kind of
Honestly,
brought
did
some
have a
things to
moment.
light.
I was like, wait, so
That really happens.
what's happening? What's going on?
Yeah, like you didn't know.
I was very.
What do you mean? I
unaware.
didn't know. I'm 24. I hope I don't know.
No, I didn't think. I've heard that from an older lady. She said you look at a woman's hair because that will tell you what she's like down there. I was like, really? And you never think about
I didn't
that.
think
Like
about
if you
it.
think about a woman who's like salt and pepper, and then her stuff is salt and pepper. I was like, wait, because it would, I guess, be weird if it was like the same. It was if there were different colors. You know what I mean? Like your pubic is different from your hair.
Oh
and your
my
head.
gosh, that
The
is.
drapes match the curtains.
I don't know how to react.
Okay,
I
wait,
don't
but
know.
on a more serious note, is she dealing with like premenopause? Is that? Hold on, Megan's chair is not cooperating.
I'm struggling. Look at this. What?
I'm sorry. I'm gonna give you my chair.
For everybody listening, just tune in on YouTube and see what we're dealing with.
You
in
have
studio.
to, because this is real life right here.
Can I just stand? I want to stand.
It looks like our chair gave out after About a year.
Yeah.
About a week ago.
A lot of people sit in that chair.
I'm gonna have to ignore
all right.
that one tomorrow.
But I'm wondering, is she dealing with like some premenopause issues? Because she goes to an older lady at her job and she's just like, some stuff is happening down there. What's going on? So is that what we're seeing them introduce in this episode?
I mean, she could be. I mean, she's what? In her early 40s, and some women do start menopause about their early. But I don't think I just think that's part of growing older as a woman. Like our body changes. Mm-hmm. We're not going to be as young and fabulous, even though we feel like we're young and fabulous. We're not always going to be like that.
Right.
So I think this is just part of her, getting older.
But what was refreshing? I really love that Dre was able to embrace that, like, okay, honey, you still look good.
It was really fun, yeah.
And then she was able to call him out on being tubby or whatever she called him.
Flubber. I thought it was really funny because he said, she said, did I make fun of you when you gained 40 pounds? He was like, yes, and it was 30, and you called me this. And I'm like, honestly, I take back that first episode when I said they didn't. Every time I see them together, I'm like, this is getting funnier and funnier, and they're more comfortable. Right. So maybe it was just that time. But.
Yeah, but if you notice, the pilot episodes of all new seasons are always different from the rest of, because it's like everybody's trying to figure out their own character.
Yes.
They're trying to, and then it just starts to fall into place as soon as they start taping more episodes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely. What did you think about Shaprintace with this change?
It's something we all will experience one day. But my first reaction was, she's not waxed. She didn't wax. My very first thought, like, how does he know? You didn't wax?
You really are freaking out.
But her family is like, her mom's like hippie-ish. Remember that? Like, he said her family is hippie-ish, so maybe. So girl, a lot of nudists don't shave, don't wax. Have y'all ever seen the type of people that's at a nude beach?
No, I've only gone once, and I was the only one there.
Refuse.
Just me and my 3 friends. Thank God.
I have never gone, but everybody that I know that has gone to it is like, it's not sexy. Like, it's not what you think.
I'm
you think
sure
it's like all
not.
these sexy people, hairless.
It's old people.
It's old big people.
Stop.
Hairy.
Not old big.
No, these are people who love themselves and their bodies.
Yeah, let's go with
And
that.
I love that.
Let's go with that.
But that is still not sexy.
Wait,
I was like, let's go.
Wait, but when is the cutoff to stop waxing and shaving down there?
When you stop having activity down there, then you can stop waxing.
No, I don't think that. I'm not about to be 70. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
Some people like a full-grown garden.
Some people do.
Yeah, I was like, but Shaprintace, she don't.
Shaprintace is the expert freak.
Right.
Okay.
Keep it wild.
I think once you have a certain amount of kids and you got this full-time job, I don't think she have time to. No.
But she made it work though. When she went and had that dress on, she was like, no, this is Saturday morning. Yes, I need to go do my thing. So that was cool. I love the moment. See, she learned a lesson. She had her "you be who you are" moment, and then her mom was like, her daughter was like, fix your feet. But point is, it's still, it was a good lesson for us to know, like, Shaprintace might not agree, but there can be a time where you just love yourself.
And to fix the whole waxing in time, laser. And then you never have to worry about
that's all the solutions.
Does laser hurt?
Yes, girl. Especially if you're dark skin. If you're darker, the darker you are.
What is this music?
Is this like sad music?
It's the more you know.
Steven, I'm done with you. Oh my God.
But I think that
this.
was a really good lesson, which is be who you are and be happy. So if you're gonna wax, then wax and be happy about it and be proud about it. But don't do it because you're trying to be more beautiful, which is what she said to Diane. She said, this is what women do to be more beautiful. We wax, we laser, whatever, it hurts. And that's a good lesson, which is don't do it because you're trying to be more beautiful. If you do it, have a more practical reason, like, hey,
I don't want it to be
down there. It's itchy. I don't want to have all that. You gotta don't sit there and just. No, I'm saying, but it's real.
It is hella real. It is hella real. You're right.
It's real talk.
Steven, if you play this song one more time. No, I'm kidding. I'm learning a lot from y'all. I cannot embarrass myself in front of Shaprintace. I'm serious. No, because it's the thing is, I feel like to me, I'm all about like the bikini line, but full wax, I'm like, I just don't want to endure the pain. I don't want to endure the pain.
feeling about this.
Okay, Steven.
We're being real. So it's like,
Our systems detect that a host has wandered off the subject. Please return at once.
Where did you get that from?
I think it's time to get back to Blackish.
This is about Blackish. You should have watched this episode.
The full episode was about
anyway. Yeah.
But bottom line, love yourself for who you are. And what I only do it because you want to.
And I think it's a great lesson that a lot of parents, while they're raising their children, they learn so many things about themselves. Like
from their children.
From their children, we learn so much. We're kind of growing together.
Yeah.
So I think just like they're teaching us, like don't get bullied, don't be mean, this and the other. They're also teaching us to go back to the basics, like and, be who you are, be beautiful.
Because I mean, how do you tell? How old is Diane? Like 6 or 7? And how do you tell a 6 or 7-year-old why she shouldn't get waxed or lasered? Yet you tell her that's what women do to be beautiful.
Right? She's like, I'm a woman, so what do I do?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
definitely.
Well, you can just tell her it's not your time yet. Like you're 7. I thought she was gonna say that, but no.
Well, I don't think they've had. I hope they haven't had that talk yet. She's kind of young.
No, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, I think they'll discuss like body parts when she gets a little older. Puberty. All
Hopefully
that.
in season 18.
Oh God, I just hope she doesn't get it too early because I gotta cut her early. Anyways, guys.
Cue the music.
Yes. So, what did you guys think about Dre's comment when he was talking to his friend in the office about swabbing Zoe?
Right.
Yeah,
he better not have swabbed that child.
He said he did swab her, and I thought that was like.
I was hoping it was a joke.
Did you?
I mean, I think
it's a joke.
I think it was a joke, but
it's a joke for us. But it's
actually
I was like, but he's really saying it, so that's a weird thing.
Zoe doesn't look anything like him though.
but okay, come on now.
Bo.
Exactly, recessive genes.
Exactly.
Like the only reason I think he's saying that is because they don't got the same texture hair, and she's lighter skinned. Like, come on, your wife, she looks a lot like her wife.
Exactly.
So that comment kind of threw me off, but it's Blackish, so.
So you never know.
Yeah.
You thought it was just a joke, Fagan?
Because to me, it's first of all, that's a heavy topic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I think just the cheekiness of the show. I just took it like, oh, he's trying to be funny. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. He might have swabbed. I think just swabbing a child because you don't believe that they're yours.
But that was their first child. That was their first child.
But they were married.
Yeah,
and they
were together.
I just don't think that he would really do that. I think it was a joke.
Okay.
We're going to keep it at that.
Yeah, we'll keep it at that.
We hope it's a joke. Tell us what you think.
Yeah, tell us what you think. It's a satire, but still, I was like, what? He's just loosely saying this. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into predictions for this week. Cue that, Steven.
And now,
I'm like, he got all the other songs ready. You guys cannot see this. Oh my gosh.
Okay, so who wants to go first for predictions, or should
I want Junior to get a girlfriend now.
Yes,
I really
had one. Remember?
Yeah.
No, like a real
like
girlfriend.
A real
like
girlfriend.
Bring her over and
I want this exact episode, and I want to see what Bo does and what Dre does for Junior. I just think like we said, he's constantly trying to find himself with his family and figure out who he is, and it's kind of tough to watch. More episodes are tough than others. Like this one was funny and it was cute, but there was definitely a couple ones I remember Megan and I were like, okay, but I'm not laughing, like I'm sad. So I would love to see him find himself with his family, with dating, see where Diane comes in, what does the little brother have to say. So that's me.
Definitely. And one other thing, we definitely didn't touch on the fact that the brothers kind of had like their moment when she brought the guys over.
Right, that was funny. That was very funny.
That was so cute. Jack couldn't really be intimidating once he pulled out the sour
I know,
balls.
his little cute self.
That was really funny.
Oh, Jack. But that's cute how, brothers protect you, even your younger brother.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it definitely is like that. I want to see something with Diane. Like, I know she's young. I know her and Jack are young, but Jack keeps on talking about all these ladies loving him. So I want to see how that dynamic is and whether maybe Diane has a crush and maybe she's not as outspoken as she is around everyone else, and maybe she has a shyer side. So I'd like to see her crushing on someone, not dating. So. You
know what? I want to see an episode where Jack is not cute.
Really?
Where he finds out that he's not cute. He has to be more than cute. Another reason is because, he's always, we've heard him say this multiple times, I'm so cute. We've heard other people say, because you're so cute. And when children hear that, they start to think, I can get away with whatever because I'm cute. And then they grow up into adults who believe that they they can get by on their looks.
Yeah.
So I want something to happen to where he figures out like, oh, so I'm not that cute and people really just love me because I'm a good kid, or like I'm smart.
I thought you were going the other route, saying like maybe he needs to be bullied by someone.
No, not at all. I don't want the baby to be bullied.
He's too young.
No. I just think he should go through something so that he figures out his smarts are bigger than his looks.
Oh, I love it. You're gonna be such a good mom. My gosh.
Child kids gonna get whooped.
Stop.
And cue that episode. I think it's around
Unless
5.
if they need it, then okay. What do you think, Shaprintace?
Piggybacking off of Stacy here, I want to see Junior stand up for himself and the family and just be like, no, I'm not taking this anymore. Y'all not gonna keep doing this and bullying me. Diane, you're gonna stop talking about me.
Right.
And just, stand up for himself and actually be seen at least in one episode in a different light.
I love it.
And, just really come into his own.
Yeah, so we're all rooting for him. Oh, yes. Okay, well, tell us what you think. Tell us all your predictions in the YouTube comments below. As always, use the hashtag ABTVBlackish. And you guys can keep in touch with me at Teznos on Twitter and Instagram. Where can everybody find you, ladies?
You guys can check me out on Twitter and Instagram at OneTakeStace, and I'm also here on Thursdays doing How to Get Away with Murder and Suits.
What's up? You can find me, Megan Thomas, on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Meg Scoop. And yes, that was me on the Straight Outta Compton trailer, because I've had a lot of people tweet and like, is that you?
Straight
that
Outta
was me.
Compton. You
That's
can find
so funny.
me, Shaprintace Lynn with 2 N's on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you.
You better quick pub your Super Bowl commercial, girl.
I was in a Jack in the Box commercial. Me and our producer over here, Steven.
You better believe it.
But
All right, see you guys later.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.